Hi everybody, it's RPG Grandma. And I know, role-playing games, RPG. Well, you haven't been getting a whole lot out of me. I do plan to do some RPG stuff. I've just been super busy with other things. And that's not uncommon. I got a lot of irons in the fire. A few people out there in the RPG world who actually know my work schedule. You know who you are. You know who you are. Um, uh, they're like, how do you even function? How do you even find time to do any kind of game? And it's like, I just got to fit it in. So what's been going on is I've been super busy, but one of the things that is taking some time is getting my garden in shape and getting ready for planting. And in fact, we've already started. We have garlic going. We did some transplanting this weekend of some onions, and you guys got to understand, I've got to weed the area. We're using shovels. We're digging up big old root balls of things we don't want in that area, and it's all very manual labor. And I'm often digging to China, and then we're rebuilding that soil layer and doing those things. I also had to do some stuff in my little chicken coop run thing I've got right now, and I've got to build a much bigger one. And there's a lot of like what we'll call yard projects in the works. So I'm going to talk to you guys about seeds. So the first thing, if you guys have ever tried to grow anything, including, just keeping the house plant alive somebody gave you, and you haven't been successful, stop beating up on yourself. Plants are all different. They're all plants, yes, but that's like saying a fish and a Doberman Pinscher are animals, and an elephant. Those are all very different critters, and they all very differently require different space, different environments, and different foods. And plants are the same way. So that is one thing to keep in mind. If you're new to planting something, start small. Or you'll end up with too much stuff. The goal is to get all this planted this year, in some shape or form. And we have lots of varieties. This is not even all the peppers we have. I mean, we have lots and lots of peppers. So if you're going to go do it from seed, a couple things to keep in mind. You can, in fact, collect seed yourself. This is some collected seed. That's why it says mixed seeds. It gives me the year 2023 that this was collected and sent to me. Didn't get planted last year. I'm not worried about it not germinating. They will germinate. So I'm going to, even though these are older seeds, I know this particular peppers I usually don't have a problem with. The way I keep them and stuff, they usually germinate. So, except these are new. These are definitely new. The point that I'm getting at is you need to find on the back of the packet somewhere. It will tell you plant by or packed for or sell by. Okay, that's going to tell you how old the seeds are. And I have gone in 2 places looking for seeds and flipped these things around and found, oh, this is 2 years old. You might not want to buy those at full price because they might not germinate depending on the species. Peppers I'm not too worried about. They usually germinate. You can, in fact, collect seeds from certain plants in your grocery store and get viable food from them. Just so you guys know, maybe we'll do something like that. So you haven't been getting any garden videos, even if I've been gardening with the garlic and the onions, because it's a lot of work for me to make those videos, and I have had a short period of time to get certain things done. But I do plan to try to make one. I do have these old peas to get started and get into the garden, so they're on the priority list. So this is what I've been doing. I've been figuring out what we got, what we need, ordering new stuff, because, you know, we want to try to grow it, like turquoise, Martian jewel corn. Yes, corn cross-pollinates. I know that. They're going to go in different sections of the yard. This is supposed to be one of the tallest varieties in the world. Got to see how big we can get it, right? And in here, it's in here. I'm not going to dig it out. I got some giant pumpkin seed. I'm going to try to grow a giant pumpkin, which is something I've never done. So that's what we're getting ready for. And so I have lots of garden beds to prep. And we've only started with one, which is where the onions and the garlic are right now. Now we're going to companion plant the peas with the onions and the garlic. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes, because I've never companion planted peas with onions and garlic before. But supposedly it's supposed to work great, so we'll find out. Do I always have success in my gardens? No, I've killed plenty of plants. Also, I've killed many a house plant over the years. I've also had great success at growing stuff too. And I've had success when it shouldn't have worked, and I've had failures when it should have. So what I'm trying to get across to you guys is, if you do want to try growing something from seed or transplanting something and it doesn't work out the first time, don't beat up on yourself. Don't give up. Go ahead for it. But pick things you're actually going to find enjoyable. Like if you like radishes, a radish pack would be great, right? And I've got a bunch of radishes here, different kinds. And so expect more garden stuff. I'll be talking chickens at some point. And yes, role-playing game stuff will be happening. But you know, most role-playing games, especially games like Arduin, D&D, several others, you know, RuneQuest, they usually have, like, you know, plants you can buy, the player characters that do things like wolfbane, henbane, you know, whatever, depending on the game. It might be very realistic. It might be a made-up plant, you know, dragon's foot or something. You know, you could just make up a thing, right? And the plants do something. You know, even just growing your tomatoes on your patio will help you get some insight that tomatoes aren't available all year round. You know, even in a magical society or a high-tech society, you know, during their natural season, they might be very easy to get, but then during an unnatural time of year for them to grow, where they have to be maintained in special environments, they might be hard to get. Which brings me to, how do you work this into role-playing games? Well, you know, you got spaceships with artificial growing environments, space stations. There you go. You got domes on barren planets growing stuff. That would be very important for your dome city. You have magical areas where things are growing underground, like in dungeons, or above ground. And that is, you know, anything affecting that magic that allows you to grow, I don't know, tomatoes in Antarctica type environment would be a threat to that community. And there you go. You got something to do. It would also be a great trade opportunity. Where are all these weird tomatoes coming from? You know, things like that. So just throwing it out there. You can have weird plants, but maybe they're only available at a certain time of year. And so, you know, you need wolfsbane now, but it's not available because your friend got there could be. So there you go.